Good morning, and look where I camped last night. Check this out. Found one tiny bit of flat spot for the tent. Had to carry the bike and the bags up a ridiculous cliff. And right next to the main road, funnily enough, which is the best main road camp that I've ever done in my life. And this is possibly one of the best campsites I've ever had. Ever. Yeah. So we're riding off this way today. We're going to head about 75 kilometers. Hopefully I can make it the whole way. There is a bit of a hill on the way. To Georgia, which is a new country for me, and I'm really excited. I met a Brazilian man in Bosnia who told me that Georgia is by far the best country that he's ever visited, especially on bicycle. The landscape has been changing, as you would have noticed through Turkey. It's been getting more and more mountainous and green like this. So I'm assuming in 75 more kilometers, it should be fairly similar. And this has been my favorite in terms of beauty. So I'm really excited to get to Georgia, and I'm also fairly excited for a new culture. It's going to be Christian rather than Islam, and I'm just a little bit excited for that because I've had my fill of Islam for a little while. It's not that I don't like Muslims or anything like that. I've been riding through the Middle East for a while now, and I'm ready for a change. And I'm ready for a change in food and culture and everything. I want to experience something new. So let's get back on the road and do that, huh? I'll see you there. Okay, so here we are. Just to give you a bit of an idea of what I had to do last night to get to this campsite. There's my bike broken up into bits. So this is how it looks when the bags are off. So we've got 5 bags in total and a bike. So I had to carry them essentially up here and then climb up over there, and the campsite was over here somewhere. So it was a bit of a fucking trek, and all the soil was super loose, and I couldn't just do it in one trip, so I had to do it in 3 trips, up and back down, with many cars looking at me like, what the fuck is this guy doing? But anyway, it was totally worth it because it was honestly probably the best campsite that I've ever had, and definitely an experience. And I love waking up to the lake. It was awesome. I got to sit around and have a cup of coffee and just chill out, and it was perfect. So that's it. Now let's do it. Let's ride on this way. Let's check the bags on the bike and get going. See you later. How we doing? So I've arrived in a town called Vodka. Just a small little town. I think it's about 10,000 people. Just to pick up some stuff, some food, some nuts and things like this. So I've got some to munch on while I ride. I've come past just a little cemetery and mosque here. Anyway, what else did I come across? Essentially a whole heap of people just sort of staring at me. Nobody's waved back, nobody said hello. Obviously they don't like tourists here. I've been cut off by many cars and people beeping their horn, obviously just to piss me off, right next to me and super loud. I'm just, coming back closer to the coast again where people are fuckheads. I can't wait to get to Georgia today. So let's ride on. I've got a big fucking hill to go over though. So let's go over this hill and get on the other side of it. Then I'll be back down by the Black Sea and literally just a stone's throw from Georgia, where I will happily cross the border. Let's get out of here. Okay, so doing this hill climb, I got an inclination of 700 meters or something like that, which is a fair whack in one go, but it's not too bad. I think it's going to take about 12 kilometers, which it's not so bad. Anyway, so this narrow little road, as you can see, oh, you can't see right now, but there's tons of traffic on it because I'm coming back towards the coast. There's just, everyone's going back that way because there's a main highway along the coast. So everyone coming from inland has had to funnel into this city that I went to before, and now is heading up the hill. So I've just got 9 million trucks whizzing by me. I can hear one now. Here he comes. So they're just coming really super close, and they're just super sketchy. Fortunately, on the positive side, there's a nice little river that I'm running alongside, so there's some things to look at and, keep my mood balanced rather than just pissed off about trucks. Right, that's pretty much it. Just an update. I'm feeling pretty good actually, physically. Riding up the hill quite solidly, it's pretty good. And I'll be at the peak very soon, and then it's all downhill over to Georgia. So I should be there by today, which is great news for me. See you around. Okay, so here I am at the top of the hill. Check out the view. That there is the Black Sea. And on the other side of that Black Sea is Ukraine and Russia. It's quite cold up here. These clouds are bringing a cold pressure system, and it's just really blowing wind, and it's quite chilly. I'll put my jacket on in a second. Just want to talk about quickly what just happened now. Just I got to the top of the hill. Got past a police station, and they've got quite a few wild dogs outside. Now, I always pick up a stone, a couple of rocks, just to chuck at the dog. Whenever a dog comes charging at me, I intentionally miss them, simply because I don't want to hurt the dog. And it always freaks them out enough just to get them to slow down for a second. And as soon as they slow down, it gives me the space to ride ahead, and they can't catch me from beyond then. And a policeman just seen me do it and went like this, and then he picked up a rock and then threw it fucking hard at another dog. And obviously it started crying and all that, and it was no older than a puppy. And he looked back at me again when, like, as if it's okay to just fucking chuck rocks at dogs and hurt them. Turkish people are just really, this whole Turkey trip has just really done me in. I'm resenting the fact that I have to come back here. I have to come back to pick up my visa for Iran. And I really wish I could just leave here and never come back. Okay, here I am. Seaside town of Hobart. This is literally 20 kilometers away from the border of Georgia. So I essentially have 20 kilometers of flat riding left to do. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so that means that I will definitely be there in the next hour or so. So Georgia is on the cards for today, 100%, and I am ecstatic about it. More and more encounters that I keep having just randomly with people along the way just keep being dicks to me. And I've had enough of Turkish people, as I've said it quite a few times today, and let's go meet some Georgians, yeah? I'll see you at the border. Whenever you see a long line of trucks like this, it means you're coming to a border crossing. Oh yeah, here we go. See you on the other side. And there we go, I have crossed the border, and I gotta say, it's probably the most happy I've ever been to cross a border. I've come directly into what seems to be a really manic market area. There's loads and loads of people loading up tons of illegal clothing, obviously built or made in Turkey to be sold over here or something like that. Actually, I don't really know. It's not that obvious to me. What is obvious to me is that I'm fucking happy to be out of there. I am so happy to be in here now and just doing something else. And there we go, look at that. First major change. Boom, a church. Wham. Right into Christian or Catholic, I think the Orthodox Christian country. So it means I can get some bacon. Actually, I think I might get some fucking bacon. Oh, that'd be really, really nice. I haven't even smelt pork in such a long time. Right, here we are in Georgia. Happy days. Let's try out something new. Let's see what it's all about. From just a line in the dirt and a border crossing, the scenery has just changed dramatically. There's castles, there's eucalyptus trees, there's pine trees. I mean, look at the size of these gum trees. They must have been here for years. Everything's just changed straight away. Really welcome feeling for me. I really wanted a total different culture change, and that's what I'm getting. It's pretty cool. Building's sort of half built. Things are all smashed up. You get the feeling that it's not a very rich country straight away. But yeah, very interesting. I think I'm going to ride straight inland. I'm not even going to stay near the coast whatsoever. So we're going to find out what the interior of Georgia's like straight away, and then head down towards Armenia. But we'll get there in, I don't know, a week or two. See how I feel. Anyway, welcome change. I just snuck in behind an abandoned house to see if there was somewhere I could have a fire or something like that. And everywhere I walked in there, it was just super duper soggy with mud. I mean, my boots sunk in like nearly the entire boot into the mud. Anyway, I'm having a lot of trouble finding somewhere to camp off the side of the road. And you know what? I'm not even mad about it. I'm not upset at all. I've been smacked in the face with utter adventure because I'm in a brand new country I've never been in before, trying to find somewhere to sleep where I can have a fire. And it's proving really, really challenging, which Turkey never chucked at me. The only thing that really Turkey threw at me was like the arrogance and the fucking piggishness of the people. And so far, I mean, everyone's been fairly, waving and polite to me and stuff like that in Georgia. The only thing that I'm really having trouble with is the adventure. And that's what I want. Wicked. And then I feel like a weary traveler. Well, if I can end one, I feel like I stumbled across the promised land for tonight's camp. Look at that. There's a road just here. Fuck, I'm hoping there's no gate. I mean, I don't really mind either way. I'll walk down there if I have to, but I feel like I found my home for tonight, and I feel it's fucking beautiful. They just keep getting better and better. Georgia is off to a great start. I'll see you. Peace out. See you around. So I've walked out into this field and come down and noticed straight away that, you know what, there's a fireplace here, so other people camp here too. Right, I'm going to rip right into the peace out because it's been a great day. Let's wrap it up. So I am so fucking happy to be in Georgia right now. I am over the moon. I am so thrilled to be here. I'm so happy that I made the decision to get out of Turkey. I had a look on the map and I noticed there was 1 or 2 waterfalls along the route through Georgia. I've been riding for, an hour or two in this country and I've already seen 20 waterfalls. Waterfalls are my favorite thing. I got told this country was beautiful, but it's already gone beyond my expectations. It's green, it's hilly, it's got water everywhere. It just ticks every single box that makes me excited, and I cannot wait to ride through Georgia so much more. I'm going to wake up tomorrow with such vigor. I'm going to touch on a piece out that I made a while ago, and that is the fact that if you don't like something, leave. I fucking hate Turkey. I fucking hate the Turkish people. I'm sorry to say that, but none of them were nice to me. I mean, there was an exceptional 1 or 2, but most of them were just unpleasant. And that's not my fault. And I'm not going to let them off the hook. So, what I'm saying is, if you don't like something, get the fuck out of there, because sometimes when you believe the grass is greener, sometimes it really is. And check this place out. It's pretty fucking green to me. Peace out. Post peace out, negative thing. Just looking around everywhere going, where the fuck's my sleeping bag? Where did I put my sleeping bag? I'm sure I had it. Where the fuck's my sleeping bag? It rolled down into the fucking river. Now it is absolutely saturated. Tonight is going to be fucking cold. Oh no, I'm going to have to get a fire started and dry this thing ASAP.